Many people find budgeting daunting, so we bury our heads and shy away from really committing to a budget. Life's too short, right? While budgeting may not be something we enjoy doing, it's a good thing to do because it helps you plan your income and keep track of your expenses. A budget acts like a beacon to your financial goals and ensures you don't veer off path. And budgeting is a good antidote for overspending. What is budgeting? Budgeting, in its simplest form, involves drawing up a plan on how to manage your income and expenses. There are different ways of budgeting. There's zero-based budgeting, cash envelope budgeting, and percentage-based budgeting. Let's look into these in more detail. Zero-based budgeting is allocating all your money from your income to a specific item on your budget. In zero-based budgeting, you have no money left after deducting your expenses, savings, and spending. Every single penny is accounted for. Just make sure you have an emergency fund and allocate money for any miscellaneous purchases. The envelope budgeting method helps you divide your earnings into categories, for example, bills, groceries, and gas, by keeping them away in separate envelopes. Instead of using physical envelopes, you can implement an envelope budgeting system using finance software and technology as well. Percentage budgeting allows for flexibility compared to allocating a strict amount to every item on a budget. A common percentage budget is the 50%, 30%, 20% rule. This rule is all about dividing your monthly income into 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for saving or paying off debts. Budgeting is flexible, therefore you can come up with your own percentage budgeting rules. Different budgeting methods work for different people. Decide on the budgeting approach that suits you and stick to it. Here's how to make a budget. Firstly, determine your income after deducting your tax for the month. This will help you know how much you can spend or save in the month. Determining your income in a month may be difficult if you're a freelancer or a gig worker, and this is the same for people whose positions are in sales or a commission or tip-based. However, keeping a detailed record of your contracts and pay will help manage your irregular income. Include other sources of income like child support, social security, and regular interest when calculating your income. Second, track your spending over a few months. Tracking your spending will help you discover where you are spending more or less money than expected. Keep track of your daily spending with a spreadsheet or a template you can find online. Third, list your monthly expenses and label each item as a fixed or variable expense. Fixed expenses are expenses you cannot avoid, for example, rent, mortgage, transportation, bills. In most cases, fixed expenses are consistent month to month. Variable expenses are flexible and are mostly classified as wants. You can adjust variable expenses to fit your financial goals. Examples of variable expenses are the cost you spend on subscriptions, groceries, and entertainment. Fourth, compare your net income to your monthly expenses. If your expenses are more than your income, you need to make adjustments. You may need to change the amount you spend on items that are not under the category of needs, or create other sources of income to meet those expenses. Also, you can increase the amount spent on some items in your budget if you have more income left over. You can channel the income left over to your savings or any other expense you deem fit. Finally, review your budget regularly. Budgeting is an ongoing strategy and not a one-time task. Do a weekly check-in on your budget to ensure you're in line with your budget goals. Stick to your budget. Consider having an accountability partner to encourage you to stick to your budget if you're struggling to stay on budget. Budgeting is the first step to taking control of your finances and can really have a positive impact on your life and help you make plans going forward. Good luck. Please comment and let me know your budgeting tips.